Fortnite has added a lot of pistols over the years, and today I thought it would be a good idea to rank all of them. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and make sure to use code WATSOG in the Fortnite item shop to support me. Let's get straight into it. Alright, so the first weapon we have is the normal pistol, and this thing is probably going to be a C tier. It's just a standard average pistol. There's nothing special going on with it. It's just nothing crazy. It's like the other pistols have been way better like after, so yeah, normal pistol C tier. I think that's going to be like our standard, like our where we're setting the bar, you know what I'm saying? The purple and gold pistol is going to go in B tier. It's just got the accuracy that the normal pistol doesn't, and I think it really benefits with this pistol. I think it's a great addition to the pistol. And yeah, then we have what seems to be the normal pistol, but this is actually the normal pistol from OG, Fortnite Season OG, because they decided to make it automatic in Season OG for some reason. So for that reason, I'm actually going to put it in A tier, because automatic pistols are just way better. They're like a great improvement on the pistol formula. It's just so much better. It's still like a pistol, still not that accurate, but it's better. You know what I'm saying? Then we have the revolver, and this is going to be the gray through blue versions. I know they all use the same model now, but they didn't used to, so I'm going to rank them separately. Honestly, they're kind of just B tier weapons. Both of them, I'm going to be real. You know, they're nothing crazy. They do, like, they're very accurate. I will give them that. I mean, well, they're kind of accurate. You kind of gotta line it up like a sniper, but why not just use a sniper instead? You know what I'm saying? It's nothing crazy. But yeah. All right. And then we have the suppressed pistol. This is probably gonna go in B tier. It's sort of like the normal pistol where it's more accurate, but you know, I actually might move this on the C tier because the suppressed pistol does have less bullets than the normal pistol. So yeah. Then we have the other suppressed pistol. This is the Chapter 4 Season 4 Season OG version that was automatic. I think for the accuracy, I'm gonna put it in S tier. I think the suppressed pistol being automatic definitely benefits it. It's an accurate weapon already, so having an accurate automatic weapon is just better than having an accurate non-automatic weapon. You know what I'm saying? Next, we have the hand cannon. So this is going to be... We'll get to the other hand cannon down here later. One second. This is probably going to be an A tier. I mean, it's just basically just a better revolver in every way. So it did used to break wooden structures in one shot, but they removed that. So, you know. But it's still a decent weapon, you know, nothing crazy, but it's better revolver, so that's all I have to really say about it. Then we have the other hand cannon. So you might be wondering what this hand cannon is. This is the hand cannon from the Chapter 2 Season 2 spy game LTMs, and the difference is that this one had a flint knock effect, which was interesting. I don't know why, what the point of that was, but I think it improved it because it's basically just a flint knock with more shots, and the flint knock's already good. So yeah, I think this is going to be another S tier weapon, and yeah, there's nothing else to really say about it, but yeah. Then we have dual pistols. Dual pistols, they're probably a B tier weapon. They're fun, they're interesting, they're unique, they're good weapons, but I'd rather have these weapons over the normal dualies. You know what I'm saying? They're nothing too crazy. There's nothing really special going on with them. 6-shooter is probably going to be the first F tier weapon. It just doesn't have anything going for it. The accuracy isn't very good. It was the first weapon to have like the fire rate gimmick when you ADS, like it shoots slower when you're ADSing and faster when you're not ADSing, I guess you could say, but it didn't do more damage when you were ADSing. So it was like, why? It's not good long range, and close range you might as well just have an SMG. So what's the real point of this weapon? It's nothing crazy. It's not really that good. Then the scoped revolver. This weapon is going to be D tier. It's not as bad as a 6-shooter, I'll give it that, but why would you want to use this? The recoil on this just felt way too much. Like it just did not help this weapon whatsoever. It was kind of unnecessary, I'm gonna be real. And the fact that this was only available in purple and gold is kind of crazy, because it's like one of the worst pistols they've ever added. Like, it's truly insane, and it hasn't been seen since like Season 8 or something. So I guess you could say that this wasn't too popular of a weapon. Then the flint knock. I'm gonna go A tier. It's basically just a worse version of like the spy games hand cannon, but yeah, it's classic. It does more damage than this one, but this one has more shots, so that's why it's above. This one does good damage, you know, had a nice knockback effect. It saves you from fall damage, which is very nice. Overall, solid weapon. Very solid weapon, very balanced. I don't know why I don't bring this one back more. It's like, it could easily fit. You don't need to like add mods mods to this one, so I don't know why they don't just add this one back. Just my personal opinion. Then we have the suppressed dual pistols. So these are another Spy Games exclusive weapon, and I'm going to put them above the normal dualies. The reason for that is I just kind of like them more. They're more unique. They're more fun. I'm pretty sure they have like the exact same stats, which is interesting, but you know, what can you do? These were really cool when they were first added. They should probably just add these to BR at some point. Like, I don't know why they haven't. It's kind of weird. But, yeah. Really cool weapon. Really cool weapon. That's all I can really say about this one. Nice history. Interesting backstory, I guess you could say. But, yeah. Nothing else too crazy going on here. Then we have the makeshift revolver. This is the worst revolver type weapon we've ever gotten, and for good reason. It was meant to be bad, and in that case, I guess you could say they did a really good job at making this weapon, but I'd rather just not have a purposely bad weapon in the game. Like, what's the point? Like, everything that went on in, like, the Primal season just was not good. Like, they really just did not do a good job. I mean, the only really thing interesting about that season was that was the first season where the normal pistol wasn't in the game, but, like, is that really, like, a good thing, if I'm gonna be honest? Probably not, but you know, what else can you really say? What else can you really say about a weapon that's purposely meant to be bad? Then we have the Primal pistol. So this is kind of like a revolver, and I'm kind of inclined to place it with the revolver. It's kind of like a burst revolver. It shoots 2 shots at once. And yeah, it's an interesting weapon. I'll give it that. It's basically like the dual pistols, actually, if I think about it now. Interesting weapon. I wouldn't mind seeing it back, but I'm not like craving this weapon. You know what I'm saying? It's not anything crazy. Nothing too crazy about it, like I said. It does look nice, I'll give it that. It's like a nice looking weapon. But yeah. The burst fire is interesting, but it wasn't too great. It wasn't anything special, so I'd probably keep it around B tier, around the revolvers and the dual pistols, kind of in the middle because it's kind of a mix of both. Alright, now we have the combat pistol. This weapon, I utterly hate this weapon. I do not like this thing. This thing was literally just made to be a pistol, but with a 1 less bullet. Like, that's like the only change. Like, there might have been a few other changes, but they weren't big enough for anyone to really notice. It's literally just a worse pistol, and it was such a last minute addition because it was like added like 2 weeks before the end of chapter 2, so it's like, what was really the point? Like, it didn't add anything to the game, so like, why add it? I don't know. It was so weird. It's such a weird weapon. All right. Alright, now we have the sidearm pistol. So this was basically just a combat pistol, but they actually changed some things about it. So I'd probably put it at the top of B tier. It did have 1 less bullet than the pistol, but it did way more damage. I believe the gold one was like on par with like a normal AR, which was kind of insane. But it wasn't really in the game at a time where it could really like shine, because it was in the game at the same time as like the MK7. So I mean, what could you really do there? But yeah, if it was in the game with like any normal AR, it probably would be like a serious contender for like a nice little replacement, save space on your inventory. But yeah, I like this weapon. I don't think it's the best pistol we ever gotten, but like if they made this thing automatic, it would probably be like the best pistol we actually had. Like if they like, imagine they do like a chapter 3 season OG and they bring this back automatic, that would be insane. That would be like the craziest thing ever. It would be way better than like any pistol we've ever had, debatably. All right, next we have the tac pistol, and this is probably overall the best pistol we've ever gotten. I'd actually probably put it at SS tier. It's really accurate. It has same bullets as a sidearm. It's good damage. I mean, nothing crazy, but it does good damage. It's really accurate. It's automatic. It was the first pistol to do it, which is kind of insane. You know, it was like revolutionary at the time, which is kind of crazy because now they're just making every pistol automatic. But yeah, really interesting pistol. The mythic version in particular was really good. It was unique too because you could only get it from a perk or an augment or whatever. Really nice weapon. I really like this thing, and it should probably come back. It was kind of sad it wasn't in chapter 4 season 4, but you know, what can you do? What can you really do? The lock-on pistol. So when this thing originally came out, I remember it was not very liked. It wasn't very good either, but this season it did come back and it did get unvaulted. And I wouldn't say it's anything crazy, but I definitely think it's a contender for an item slot in your inventory now, mainly because it's the only weapon in the game right now that has hit scan. Yeah, you could just use this thing as a normal pistol and you could probably get away with it because it has hit scan. Unlike every other weapon in the game right now that has drop off, like bullet drop off, this weapon has hit scan, so it's got something over like every other weapon in the loot pool at the moment. So that's really interesting. I think that's really cool. I think it's a nice little gimmick weapon. Don't need any mods because it's really gimmicky. So like, why would you mod it? What's the point? Like, how would you even do that? But yeah, it's an interesting weapon idea. It's nothing crazy, but it competes mainly because every other weapon in the season right now isn't all too great. I'm just gonna be real. But yeah. Next, we have the Mammoth Pistol, and this is probably the most overrated weapon in Fortnite. I'm gonna be real. This thing, people claim this thing's overpowered, and yes, it does do good headshot damage. It's like really good headshot damage, and it does decent body shot damage, but it's one shot and then you reload. If you miss that one shot, you're screwed, and builds, you shoot someone, you miss, they just build a wall and you can't shoot them anymore because you have to reload. Sucks to suck. Get over it. And then, you know, they might rush you have to rush them, and then you just die because you're relying on this thing and it didn't save your life. So that sucks. It's not a bad gun. I think it's good, but I actually might move it up to A tier. But it's overrated. This weapon is so overrated. I'm gonna be real. If it came back today in the current loot pool, I could see this thing being really good because it's hit scan. But other than that, it's something crazy, something revolutionary. You know what I'm saying? All right, next we have the Ranger Pistol. So the Ranger Pistol, this is the Chapter 5 pistol, the newest pistol. It's like a tac pistol, but it's got bullet drop off, so that immediately knocks it down a bit, and I'd probably put it at A. The only reason this isn't like lower on the list is because you can mod it, and it's automatic. The mods definitely help it out. You can get like a red dot on it, you get like suppressor on it, you get like a drum mag on this. This thing can go pretty crazy, but other than that, it's nothing crazy. It's just another tac pistol reskin practically. So yeah, nothing really crazy. The mods definitely carry this weapon like 100%, like they do with like every other weapon in this loot pool currently. Yeah. Then we have the ballistic shield. So some of you might be debating if this is even a pistol, but I counted it because it has the pistol that you could shoot with it. And I don't know where else I'd really rank this. And I'd probably put this at SS tier. This is insane. The pistol itself isn't great. The pistol itself is kind of garbage. But the shield part of this weapon, it's insane. It's kind of crazy. You're basically blocked from all damage, and it basically forces someone to come up in your face because otherwise they're not going to be able to kill you because, you know, you're blocking them from shooting you. So it forces them to push you. It protects you from all like incoming damage from in front of you. And the pistol is nice, kind of. It's like a tac pistol basically. It's a worse version of the Ranger pistol, if I'm gonna be honest. It's a Ranger pistol with like worse accuracy. This thing is kind of broken. I think it should like maybe like the shield breaks after a bit, like after a while, like it just breaks, kind of like a jetpack breaks after you use it for a while. I think that could be a nerf that it kind of needs, but other than that, it's insane. It's probably the best pistol we ever got in the game, and it's not even really a pistol. It's kind of crazy. Like I like, how does that even work? Like that's insane. All right, next up, the Hop Rock dualies. All right, so I'm gonna put these in A. It's basically just a normal dually with movement attached to it, which is cool. So, you know, it's interesting. It's a nice little gimmick. I mean, exotics are supposed to be gimmick weapons, so you know that's cool and all. Yeah, that's really all I have to say about it. But one thing I just want to mention is that this thing's in-game model has been broken for like 3 chapters now. Like, why does it not use this texture instead of this? Because this is what the gun looks like in your hands, but the model in the inventory looks like this. It's just so confusing. Like, why would you do that? Like, what? Like, why? Like, I don't know how no one's noticed this. It's been in the loot pool when the model's been broken. It was in chapter 3 for a little bit, then it got vaulted because it was glitched and it never came back, which is kind of a shame. But it was in the game for a little bit, like when the model was broken, so I don't know why they don't just fix it. This image literally exists. You could download it off the internet if you somehow lost it. Alright, next weapon is the Nighthawk, another exotic weapon, and it's just a scoped revolver with a thermal scope. Thermal scopes aren't anything crazy in this game. It's not really important. The scoped revolver is already a bad weapon, as we mentioned, so this thing's just going to be like right along with its non-exotic counterpart. Nothing crazy that I already haven't said with the scoped revolver. Shadow Tracker, it's just a tactical pistol. It's automatic, has the same amount of bullets, even though it's supposed to be a suppressed pistol, which is kind of weird. But it also marks people who you hit with it, which is a nice little gimmick. It's useful. It's good. Nothing I can really complain about. You know what I'm saying? Nothing I really can say more than that. It's just really solid weapon. Really good weapon. I'll get to this weapon last. Then we have the Marksman 6-shooter. I'll put this in D tier because it does improve upon the 6-shooter's gimmick a little bit, but it's still a 6-shooter. It has increased headshot damage, which is nice. You know, this thing hits for like crazy headshot damage, but it's a 6-shooter, so trying to get that headshot off in the first place, you're better off just using like an SMG or an AR or a sniper or literally any other weapon except for a normal 6-shooter and this makeshift revolver. Nothing crazy. Alright, the Light Knock pistol. This was the laser beam exclusive weapon. It was only in the tournaments. It's a shame. I hate when they make tournament exclusive items, so it's like, why? Just give it to us. You know what I'm saying? But this is probably an S tier weapon. It's a flint knock with better mobility. That's all it is. It launches you like across the map, which is insane. So there's nothing really much more to add to it. You know, it's insane. It's crazy. All right, so that's my pistol tier list. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and use code WATSUG in the Fortnite item shop to support me. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.